Brentalfloss. He cool. Honestly, it took a while for his parodies to be fully recognized by me as amazing. So, with my newfound appreciation, or rather, my more generous appreciation now, I think I have enough to say, yeah, these songs are great. I'm gonna set a roll down and say only songs with lyrics in the title, no originals, and no parodies of the songs outside of the original OST. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Have a backpack with a hose, get some caca on your nose, and there's a spike right by your head.
That was just a prototype!
A lot of music doesn't fit the whole vibe of putting lyrics in, but some tunes you just can't ruin.
You've won a mansion, Luigi. Don't question it, it's legit. No bullshit.
The song is really short, just like the game, but also filled with some funny jokes and just plain silly lines.
Luigi, hello! Welcome to my hut. I'm Professor E. Stop scratching your butt.
The rapping isn't anything noteworthy or add much, but you can never go wrong with that tune. And that's really all I have to say. It's Luigi's Mansion, that's all.
Can't I just be in Super Mario Sunshine? No! Have a backpack with a hose, get some caca on your nose, and there's a spike right by your head.
That was just a prototype!
Mario is filled with a lot of noteworthy tunes, such as the Super Mario Land tune, and that's probably my favorite theme of all Super Marios. And there's a parody of it.
Yeah, Mario's back, out to save that crazy Princess Daisy.
This awesome duet, or duel, or whatever you want to call it, is supported with Demon Tomato Dave. What a name.
Way back in the day, all you had were 3-frame LCD games.
It's a simple back and forth of whether or not the game's good or bad, and, you know, rightly so. Granted, it is a short and inoffensive game, but it's rather odd, and not really in a good way. The only thing I really don't like about the song is that Brent has an opinion about Super Mario Sunshine before he played it. Not to say that I hate or love that game, I never really played the game, but it just feels so wrong to have it in the song either way.
Are you kidding? Sunshine's like the best one! Have a backpack with a hose, get some caca on your nose, and there's a spike right by your head.
That was just a prototype!
To pull a clip from my top 10 Star Bomb songs, let's just bring this one here. Bad Leads, FFVII. If a soundtrack is iconic with many tracks, Brent will try his best to incorporate all the tracks into a nice, flowing parody. Brent transitions from song to song by changing the subject, making it pretty natural and very interesting. My favorite part is the minigame section, because who am I?
Have a backpack with a hose, get some caca on your nose, and there's a spike right by your head.
That was just a prototype!
Bubble Bobble was not fun for me, but it was a pretty interesting gem with a remake on the DS, and I'm pretty sure it just didn't work. I like this song though. I like how it went with a banjo and hillbilly style. I guess it was that kind of tune, and it made for some funny delivery. Honestly, I put it up this high just because of the insanity in the main guy, followed by the monotone back guys. Addiction leads to insanity, and insanity is the ending to Bubble Bobble.
I just beat the boss and I win. Now it wants me to play again. Ah, heck. Have a backpack with a hose, get some caca on your nose, and there's a spike right by your head.
That was just a prototype!
Now, I'm no Donkey Kong Country soundtrack expert, but I love how groovy this is, despite the not-so-groovy second half this song has. We all know how Jungle Groove's not so groovy after a point. Anyways, this groovy tune includes both Fame's themes, the sad one and the one from 75M, hate that freaking stage, and has a groovy octave raise in the middle. How groovy.
And we'll have a barrel of fun. Look at old DK is back. Have a backpack with a hose. Get some caca on your nose. And there's a spike right by your head.
That was just a prototype.
Viva Las Vegas, babies!
And now, coming to you live from the historic Fopple Theater in beautiful downtown Mushroom Kingdom, Brentalfloss asks you, what if Super Mario 3D World had lyrics?
This is a sick big band song with some lyrics to back up how fun this game can be. Sadly, never played the game, but I heard 4 can be a bit too much, which is kind of contradictory to the song, but whatever. Single player is boring as well, so play with 2, I believe. That's what I've been told. Yeah, I could see people arguing about that.
Okay, we checked that. Whoa, hey now. What's up? What's up? You're taking lots of priority there, Martia. Martia.
They're the same picture.
This game oozes a style, and you adore that jazzy OST, so Brentalfloss just rode that coaxtail and went ham on it. It's beautiful.
What a pearl for a boy or a girl 3D world. Yeah! Have a backpack with a hose. Get some caca on your nose. And there's a spike right by your head.
That was just a prototype.
So, when you first heard this song, you probably feel the spirit of Dark Moon come, as the intro sounds like the original without the melody, so you expect something with the same speed and the same thing without a charming song, and then egad drops bars!
Egad to Luigi! Am I coming in clear? Do you read me? Bad shit's heating up like fondue. Gonna beam you to my crib like Trondu. These ghosts seem unassailable. Don't worry, they're still inhalable. Kinda wanted somebody less failable, but your bro Mario's unavailable.
Upping the speed of the song, while definitely not a problem with the original, brings out a flair that is unique and fun. Also, a fantastic mixing upgrade and even some light jabs at the actual game, if a little too light, and you get a classic song.
You're sucking pizza rest.
I don't like where this is going.
Have a backpack with a hose. Get some caca on your nose. And there's a spike right by your head.
That was just a prototype.
Hey, let's do the thing where he does more than a few songs and he'll let him sing with that tomato guy and it'll be awesome. Yeah.
Ocarina of Time.
This crazy medley parody has a whole story inside of it, while also holding a great lesson on fandom and opinions. It also sounds sick. I can't help but love the duets and the crazy natural shifts of music.
This makes my eyeball sore. 3D was done so well in Mario 64. Although it was released 2 whole years before aiming shots.
Breaking pots, just connect the dots in your brainy bank. You zaniac.
You know it graphically. Ocarina was a tragedy. Do the textures cause the
To top it all off, it's fair. Sometimes Brentalfloss can be a little bit lopsided with opinions, so it gets so much points for being fair.
Was great.
Have a backpack with a hose. Get some caca on your nose. And there's a spike right by your head.
That was just a prototype.
If you know the song, sing along.
I am Dr. Mario and I am saving lives. I look different in this game. I lost a hat, got a coat, Dr. Light stethoscope. I am Dr. Mario and I prescribe high fives. Letter Z best medicine, so you fan.
And we're gonna stop it right here because if you like the song so much, you can listen to it. You can listen to it yourself. Yeah. let me talk here. My friend told me about the song when I was in the 4th grade, and then I watched it and never watched it again up until a few years ago. And yeah, Dr. Mario is a lot of things. Amazingly catchy, quite gross, funny as hell, stupid as hell, and damn popular. This is a very old track and has separate versions of itself. There's the version on YouTube with the video, the album version with a few bits and additional audio stuff, and the clean version, which is just plain amazing.
You have the plague? Plague? Don't touch me!
All of them are great, and I can't get enough of Dr. Mario.
Just as long as you got fever or the
Oh yeah, his cane is freaking thermostats. Think about that.
I take it, Floss. Dr. Mario.
Yeah, some parts are fun, but it's not my number one.
Star Fox: Space Oddity is a parody of Space Oddity, sung by good old David Bowie, the same guy who sung the in Passenger. So it breaks the rules, but I just want to mention it here. It has a nice little intro, very close to home with the original, and then it amps it up with a fast comedic skit with the entire crew annoying Fox.
This is Peppy Head of Fox McCloud. Now do a barrel roll. I know.
It's creative, fun, and I definitely recommend a listen, especially to the version on the album Bits of Me with the awesome audio enhancements.
Star Fox.
Cause after all, there's no accounting for taste. Here we go!
Everything that Brentalfloss does for the other parodies is, in my opinion, done the best in this one. The remix of the theme for Cave Story is purely addicting on its own. It's pretty impressive with its lyrics, covering a lot of bases perfectly, while also funny through being very outlandish and, well, memey.
Cave story, grave story, slave story. Hey, I'm talking about a cave story, save story, fave story.
Love it. I think to top it all off, it's such a great song. It has great hooks, fantastic build-up in great places, and hits the punchlines with amazing presentation. Also, it's Cave Story, so it wins. I'm Blank Papers. If anyone asks, no, I am not a little sick. In more ways than one.
He's right though, Slippy. You suck balls. This is Fox McCloud, the Star Fox team. Hey,